Well, good evening and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Tonight it's week 2 of our broadcast season as we bring you the Lompoc Braves hosting the Rigetti Warriors. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from Houck Stadium, where the 1-0 Braves are set to renew an old rivalry as they take on the 1-0 Warriors. Rigetti started off the season strong with a convincing 42-7 victory over Cabrillo last week, while the Braves, after a shaky start last Friday, knocked off the visiting Simi Valley Pioneers by a score of 24-7. The big news from that game, however, was the loss of starting quarterback Cameron Iribera in the third quarter to a leg injury. We'll have more on his status in a bit. Right now, let's listen in on the interview I had with Braves head coach Andrew Jones yesterday when we talked about the Week 0 win, the Rigetti Warriors, and the condition of his starting quarterback.
And now the storm is overhead. I can't believe the words you said. Somehow I missed the point. We were all friends.
Coach, you came away with a 24-7 victory over Simi Valley last week in the season opener, but things looked a little shaky in the first half. Was that just first game jitters?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think it was a mixture of things. Bad snaps, not very good field position. I know typically in week 0 games the defense is a little bit ahead of the offense, but that was an embarrassing first half. Couldn't get lined up right. Anytime we got anything going, there was a bad snap. So hopefully we've cleaned up those mistakes so we're not in that situation again this Friday.
Well, you spent a lot of time on your side of the 50 in the first half. That never makes it easy for the offense anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, anytime we get a first down or we get a little momentum going, something happened where we are misaligned or we have a good call on and the receiver's stock blocking and he's not running the right route. So that's why we just kind of simplified things in the second half, got back to basics a little bit.
Well, the defense had their backs to the end zone on several occasions, but held pretty tough. That's got to be a good sign.
No, yeah, I think, Coach Davis, Coach Aguilar, those guys do a great job with the defense. Veteran group, we expect that out of them. The 3 guys that we lost last year, basically 3 down guys. So we expect the defense to keep us in all the games, and if we can get stuff going offensively, it's going to make us that much better.
Well, Tenario obviously had a great night. Talk a little bit about Oscar's effort.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar is one of the hardest working kids I've had. Plays great on both sides of the ball. And, I think he's earned the right to get more touches on offense. Dynamic player. 2 huge interceptions for us. And probably the play of the game was running down the guy on the interception. So, I mean, great player, good kid. And we got him. Got to have him play like that all the time.
And how about the new kid, Joker Dickerson? You called him a ball hawk in last week's interview. I'd say that worked out as a pretty good description.
Yeah, I mean, Joker had a heck of a game. He had probably 4 or 5 breakups. At the end of the game, you're trying to get more guys in and stuff, but we just can't have the breakdown at the end, to give up the 7 points. The defense were playing so well all game long, and then we give that up. Just kind of a sour taste in your mouth.
Well, this week you've got the Rigetti Warriors. It's always kind of fun when the purple and gold come to town. What do you look for from them this week?
Well, Tony's done a great job with them. They're well coached. I think the hardest thing really is simulating running their offense. They execute very well. The pistol wing tees, difficult to prepare for. But the hardest thing is to get in the scout team to simulate that look. It's impossible, it really is. But the best possible look we can give the defense, will help us out in the long run. And then defensively, they run around with the ball. It's just hard, so early to see what their adjustments are and what they do because they just kind of stayed kind of vanilla versus Santa Maria because they got up on them. And so it's going to be a matter of making the adjustments mid-game, to figure out, how they're going to line up versus us.
Okay, well, a question I've been afraid to ask up to this point. We all saw Cameron Iribaran go down in the third quarter last week. What was his injury and what's his status for this week and going forward?
So Cam is out. He's out indefinitely. We were optimistic at first, always hope for the best, but we got the bad news the other day. I highly doubt he's back for any part of the season.
Ouch. Well, that's tough to hear. So Kevin Ross is going to be your starter then?
Yep. So Cabin, real smart kid. I'm comfortable with him. I think he showed in that game. He's calm. He's got tons of poise. And then obviously with that happening, we had to move Bradley back over from receiver to get quarterback reps, which I'm comfortable with him too. I mean, if need be. So, it sucks, but it's football. We've got to go with the next man up type of, attitude and move on. I mean, it's just awful. Cam's one of the best competitors I've ever coached. Sad and a speechless moment, in my career to, have to go through that with that kid because he's such a likable guy. So we just hope the best for him. And as a team, we've got to get the next guy going.
Indeed, a little early trial by fire for the freshman QB.
Yeah, I think he's ready. He might be a freshman. His grade might say ninth grader, but between the years, he's a different cat. He understands the game, and I'm comfortable with him.
All right. Well, wish Cam a good recovery, and as always, Coach, thanks for your time, and good luck against the Warriors.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, back live now from Hawk Stadium. I'm joined by my tag team partner, the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, as we just heard from Coach Jones, Cameron Earbairn is likely out for the season with a torn ACL. Now, that's a tough break for a great kid and a challenge for the team moving forward. How big of a blow is this for the Braves?
It's huge. You go from an experienced senior who was only getting better to a kid who is starting his first game. He played some last week. He played fairly well, but he's had a week to think about it. And when you give freshmen a long time to think about things, good things don't necessarily flow from that on a regular basis.
Yeah, well,
he does have some talent. He does, more importantly, have talent around him, and he has a defense playing tonight that last week in the first quarter kept Simi Valley out of the end zone despite 15 plays inside their own 21.
And several of those inside the 5.
Several of those inside the 5, quite a few inside the 10.
Yeah.
They were outstanding last week, and the one play that they gave up was a 62-yarder that was covered, and the defender jumped a little bit early, couldn't get the ball, and fell down. And the receiver managed to juggle it, stay upright, and wander into the end zone. And that,
the only blemish on an otherwise very, very good defensive performance by the Braves last week.
And that was definitely an A-plus performance. Outside of that one play, it was.
Well, as Coach alluded to, it's going to be kind of up to the defense now to keep the Braves in these games, and hope that the offense can do enough to get the win.
Perhaps the biggest question is how much Leandre Coleman will be able to play on defense. I have a feeling we may see one-on-one action a little bit tonight with Leandre Coleman. On defense, trying to stop Kadasi Nipa, who racked up pretty good yardage against Santa Maria for the Rigetti Warriors last week.
And something else to keep in mind, too, with Kevin Ross taking over at the starting position, they had to pull Bradley Waite from his wide receiver slot back into doing quarterback reps as the backup. So that's going to affect the passing game in that regard as well.
Yeah.
We are about to get underway, Mike. There's the kick in the air. Braves kicking off to start things here, and that will be a touchback to start the game.
And no messing around this week on the kickoffs where they're trying to pin him deep. He just wailed on that ball.
Yeah, that was 5 yards deep. Our head official this evening, Mr. Bobby Kennedy, our good friend and a longtime Central Coast football aficionado. The Braves, we should note, sporting some brand new jerseys tonight. They are in their white helmets and a gray jersey with blue numbers. So a new look for the Braves tonight. First play of the game is a running play right up the middle for 5 yards to the 25. The Warriors are in their all-white uniforms with their purple helmets. Traveling from right to left on your radio dial, from south to north, as we just get underway on a little bit of a crisp evening here at Houck Stadium.
Big overcast. And we should mention that the second week in a row that Lompoc is playing a team on the rise. Simi Valley had their best year in a long time.
Wortensen, hands off, sweeps out to this side. That's number 31, Joseph Cardenas. He's going to be real close to a first down. Matter of fact, close enough. A couple of 5-yard gains back-to-back will move the chains for the Warriors. First and 10 from their own 30 now.
Tenorio playing right corner. Did come up and make that stop.
Oscar, of course, had that outstanding game last week. A couple interceptions.
Both sides of the ball.
First and 10 Warriors. They'll send a receiver to either side. It's a pistol wing tee that Coach was talking about. Back to pass. This one thrown incomplete through the hands of the receiver on the far side screen.
And that was covered pretty good.
The pass from Mortensen was intended for the Roseboro. Brings up second and 10.
If you've never seen a pistol wing tee, it's an interesting formation. One wing on either side and an offset back. Incomplete pass brings up second and 10 for the Warriors. Under center this time is Wortensen. Give up the middle, across the 35 to about the 36.
They're going to try and run this ball as much as possible.
So far a ball control kind of an offense for the Warriors. 8 of 6 makes it 3rd and 4. Keeping to the ground game, they'll pick up another couple up the middle. But they'll look at their first 4th down of the night. 4th down and about 2.
Didn't see who made the stop, but he got thumped pretty good. I think it was 56 for Rance. And Rance, if Tenorio hadn't been so outstanding on both sides of the ball last week, I think Rance would have been player of the game.
Yeah, he had an outstanding week as well. High, short punt. It's across the 40, takes a nice little Rigetti bounce, and will be down at the Lompoc 30-yard line.
Only picked up 4 yards on the bounce.
So the Braves will have reasonable field position to start their first possession of the evening. First and 10 at their own 30. 9:34 left here in the first. Lompoc about to get their first possession of the night. No score from Houck Stadium. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Ball right at the Lompoc 30.
And there he is, number 17, in the backfield for the Braves.
Doing something he's never done before.
Starting a varsity football game.
Yeah.
Makes the handoff, back to pass on first down, throwing deep down the near side. And it's complete and down at the 30. Kalen Daniels.
Had to wait for it just a little bit, but Kalen can run.
Yep. Wow. I was looking for a little bit of a conservative start for the Braves under the circumstances, but they come out swinging and slinging. And it's first down all the way to the Rigetti 34-yard line after a big game. 36 yards on that one.
Yeah.
Daniels in motion.
Oh.
Snap is high.
Throw it away.
Ross manages to grab it and scrambles to his right and will get knocked down for the loss. Didn't have time to dump it off.
Had a chance to chuck it out of bounds, but a loss of about 12 on that one.
Cardenas pushed him down for the Warriors back at the 46, a loss of 10. those type of things come with experience.
Yep.
Get in a position like that, you check that thing out of bounds to save the loss.
He did a good job of picking it up, and the interior pitch
to Morgan on the sweep. Go to the far side and get level somebody around the 25 and push it down 35, down close to the 30. And Morgan is a load, as we have alluded to before.
6'4", 235 pounds. Last time they got him on the scale, he may get bigger than that. And he's headed towards Wyoming next year.
Picked up 9 on that. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Got most of the loss back. 3 receivers here to the right. 1 up to the top side. Ross, shotgun. Coleman's got it on the swing. Breaks 1 tackle in the backfield.
And he was dead to rights.
Gets it down to the 33, but will be well short of the 1st down. 4th down for the Braves. 4th and 9 from the 33. And what will the Braves do here? They're going to come out and try a field goal, it looks like. That's going to be a 50-yarder, right?
Yeah.
Spotted right at the 40-yard line.
He's got the distance if he hits it.
Good snap. Kick is away. And it is...
Ooh, just short.
Just short and a little left, I think. Agriano just misses on that one. But I tell you what, that was a good gamble. And a good try. But no points on the board. Remains 0-0 here with 7:41 left here in the first.
This field goal means ball goes to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
And one of the quirks of high school rules is the ball only comes out to the 20. So
yep.
Very good decision.
So the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 at their 20.
Oh, because of the field goal, they automatically
Sweeping out to the right goes Roseboro, Christian Roseboro.
Nice job by the offensive line that time clearing a path.
He gets across the 30 to the 31.
Schumer came up to put him on the ground, but not until he's picked up a 1st down.
Yep, 11 yards on that one for Roseboro. I want to thank all of our listeners on KPEGradio.com listening from Rigetti. We have some Warrior fans tuning in tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you enjoy the broadcast and the game. Nepa now. Little misdirection. Fights his way out across the 35 to about the 36.
Yeah, good run. Broke a couple tackles.
Nepa, 5'8", 175-pound running back. You'll hear his name a lot tonight. Gain of about 5 on that one. 2nd and 5 from the 36. Clock running, approaching the halfway mark here in the first quarter from a scoreless Houck Stadium.
Denver ran all over the Saints last week. Hopefully Lompoc's defense is a little bit stouter.
2 receivers here to the near side. Rolling left is the quarterback. Restoring on the run. Got a man open, complete, and out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he was covered initially, and then they rolled up to try and contain the quarterback, and he cleared.
That's Jake Steele with the catch.
Forced out of bounds at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the
A
Warriors.
little nifty pass out of Mortensen on the run. Rolling to his left.
6:20 to go.
1st down Warriors at their own 48.
Hopefully Lompoc's defense has got the bend but don't break message again this week.
2 receivers up top for Rigetti. 1 down here with the short side.
Oh,
Roseboro right up the middle across the 50 to Lompoc territory.
and he gained 2 yards and a chest full of helmets.
White helmets, as a matter of fact. We're going to have to get used to this color scheme for the Braves.
They're going to mark that at 3 yards.
Right at the Braves 49, 2nd and 7.
First penetration of Braves territory.
They'll send 2 receivers up to the far side. 1 here right on the 50-yard marker. Mortensen from the shotgun. rolls, right, throws complete across the 40 and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. That's going to be spotted at about the 37 of the Braves for another first down for Rigetti. Well, it started out to be a rather solid run game for the Warriors. They've expanded over to the air attack a little bit, and they've had some success with some short passes.
5.5 minutes to go in the first.
From the shotgun again. Handoff. Roseboro taking some nice hit, but gets down to the 32. Roseboro 5'8", 200 has listed. He's a stocky young man.
He's a bowling ball.
About 6 on it. Make it 2nd and 4 from the Brave 32.
They're crediting Luke Gardner with that tackle, and he definitely sacrificed his body on that one.
Put yourself in the way of a bowling ball. Yeah. And Bobby Kennedy blows a whistle.
And we have an equipment.
Official timeout for a helmet issue for the Braves. So Gardner will come out, and Joker Dickerson will come in his place. And it'll be, let's get back to business. There it is. 2nd and 4. Fake handoff, quick pass, complete once again. And down at the 24. And another first down for the Warriors, Mike, at the Braves 24-yard line. This little 5-6 yard routes are wreaking havoc on the Braves defense right now.
Dominguez good stop on that one. Keep the damage from being worse.
Inside 4.5 remaining here in the first. Warriors go back to the ground game.
Ooh. And Braves go back to hitting people.
Roseboro again gets down to about the 21. Another 22 officially, 2nd down and 8 from there. Remember, this drive started back at the Rigetti 20-yard line after the missed field goal, so they've gone quite a ways here.
They've marched downfield pretty effectively. 3 wide. And 1 in the slot goes in motion.
Nepa gets the handoff. Inside the 20 to about the 17 goes Kadasi Nepa.
Nice job by number 27 sliding out. Anthony Arias sliding out from his defensive end position to make that tackle.
Third and a long 2, short 3, any way you want to call it. Ball right at the Braves 17-yard line. They need to get just inside the 20. Excuse me, just inside the 15. Get that right? Inside 3 minutes remaining here in the scoreless first quarter. Wordson under center this time. Nice handoff going in the other direction. Breaks the tackle down at the 10-yard line.
Nice job, Dave.
That was Joseph Cardenas.
Number 31, Joseph Cardenas on that carry. Number 10.
The ball just shy of the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
They brought Cardenas back across and had a lane for him, and he just did get tripped up. With 2.5 minutes.
He had a nice seam there. That's for sure. 1st and goal Rigetti from the Braves 9. And timeout on the field called by the Braves. Off the clock with 2:24 right here in the first.
Called by Rigetti.
Rigetti, really?
Yeah, that's the way that Bobby was waving.
Oh, okay. All right. With 2:24 Left here in the first, we'll take a moment to thank one of our sponsors. Thanks so much to Branson's Embroidery. Mark and Beth Branson, kind enough to sign up with us this season. We really appreciate their support of local high school football. And, I want to thank them for being on board. Branson's Embroidery. So far, Mike, the Braves defense has bent a little bit.
Bent, but not broken, and I kind of get the feeling before the night is over, this one's going to be more like bar stools at 6 feet rather than rapiers at 3.
Uh-huh.
I formation.
Neppa breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, gets away from another one, tried to pick up a block on the outside, and finally tracked down.
And he broke 3 tackles and lost a yard and a half.
And
That was Ganassi Neppa on the carry, but number 8, Oscar Tenorio, one got him down.
Oscar finally wrapped him up. We have a flag down at the end of the play. But Neppa, like you said, Mike, broke 3 tackles before he inevitably lost a couple. This is going to be a hold against the Warriors. First penalty of the evening goes against Rigetti, backs him up to the 21.
It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, making it
Still first down,
first and goal.
but now
2:14 remaining in the quarter.
first and goal from the 21-yard line.
And this is kind of what happened to Simi Valley. They got in close and started the retrograde motion.
Mm-hmm. That was great defensive pursuit there by the Braves on that last play to keep Neppa in check. From the shotgun this time, Wortensen rolls left, plants, throws, incomplete, out of bounds around the 10-yard line.
And he was looking for 14 and threw it about 6 yards out of bounds.
Chris Miller, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down and goal from the 21. Clock stops with 1:49 left here in the first. Last week we were scoreless until right before halftime. We're kind of following that same pattern so far tonight. 2 receivers up top this time, one here to the short side. From the shotgun is Mortensen. Drops back, plants, fakes the throw, now throws it. Did he get a foot in? Nope. Caught it, but out of bounds, incomplete. And a flag comes in after the play, a couple of them. This was well after the whistles had blown dead. Illegal man downfield against the Warriors. And that will be declined as the Braves will let that one go and take the incomplete pass and loss of down.
Don't forget to buy your 50/50 drawing tickets.
And this is 3rd and goal from the 21, which you don't get to say very often.
This is true. 1:42 remaining here in the first. And a little bit of confusion on the Rigetti offensive side. And they'll kind of regroup, and now we'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
3 wide left, 1 wide right.
Wortensen from the shotgun, 5-step drop, plants, throws to the end zone. This one will be caught and almost intercepted. And that Lompoc Brave said hello to the pylon.
Yeah, said hello rather vociferously.
But fortunately, gets up and says, "Okay, I'm good." But the post that holds the goalpost was in the wrong place right then.
Yeah. And we'll see if they try a field goal here.
No, that's 4th down from the 21.
Or if they line up to go for it, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Interesting call. 4th and goal from the 21, and they'll give it a shot. Wortensen back to pass, good protection. Throws across the middle, complete, but tackled immediately at the 15. So the Braves defense do what they need to do again, just like they did last week against the Pioneers. They have held the Warriors. Goal to go, and they come up empty. Lompoc will take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line with 1:32 remaining here in the first quarter. Braves back on offense. They'll send one receiver here to the near side, wide, and I do mean wide, right? Yeah. One up top, Ross under center. Hands off to Coleman, and he won't
get much
at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Lost about a yard.
Yep. So number 1 loses 1. And it's 2nd and 11. Now from the 14. One receiver either side, moving on the line. And flags flying from everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to say.
We get the Braves. So loss of 1 on the first play. Loss of 5 on a penalty. So all of a sudden it's 2nd down and 16 from the 9.
With a minute 4 in counting.
That is Mike's definition of retrograde motion.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Hand off to Coleman. He gets rocked at about the 12. Picked up about 3. Now I put it at the 13. So it'll be a 3rd down and about 12. Braves up to the line quickly. Now they'll shuffle around a little bit as they look to the sideline for direction. Ross will be in the shotgun as we have one receiver wide to either side. Coleman, the lone back, with Ross. Ross going back and forth from center to
shotgun
like
position. Got Morgan in the slot left.
Fakes the handoff, hits Morgan, breaks a tackle. Now it's a foot race down the middle of the field. I don't think anybody's going to catch Ryan Morgan. And he falls forward. Did he get in? Oh, they caught him at the 1 foot line.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, Ryan Morgan sprinting as fast as he could right down the center of the field. Just got tripped up at about the forward. Dove forward to get to the end zone and came up about the length of the football short. But what a terrific pass, right on the money. Little slant pattern, an inside slant. Morgan broke 1 tackle and just outran the rest. And with all that excitement, the first quarter comes to an end. Wow. What a way to end the quarter, Mike.
Yeah, it would have been better if they'd given him the credit for the other 8 inches that he actually, I think, got. But by the time the refs managed to get that far downfield,
yeah, they were trailing the play substantially, so they wasn't exactly anybody standing right there at the line watching.
Yeah.
But they'll call him just a little bit short. We'll turn around and switch ends now. And we'll see exactly where they spot it. We'll have a little better view of it from this angle. Definitely inside the 1.
Yeah, it's about equal distance between the 1 and the goal line is where they're putting the ball, which means it's about
18 inches or so.
Well, you factor in the width of the length of the ball, and it's about 1 foot line, maybe inside of that.
But we wrap up a scoreless first quarter here at Ox Stadium, and the Braves are now looking at 1st and goal from inside the 1.
Yep.
This is when you usually see a full house backfield for Lompoc, and there it is.
And shockingly, it is.
Who gets the carry?
Ooh.
Couldn't get in. Whoever got that. Was that Oscar?
I think that was Tenorio. Yeah.
Stopped for no gain.
He got about half the distance. No, that was Nick Dominguez.
Ah, good.
2 rather than 8.
2nd and goal from about, 8 inches now. Same formation, 3 backs. This time they'll punch it in. Touchdown, Braves.
Touchdown, Braves.
Let me see who carried that.
I think that was Oscar.
That's number 8.
I'm going to give it Oscar scenario.
Touchdown for Braves.
Not a whole lot of yardage on that one, but
Sad. Still some dismay that we didn't get credit for the touchdown from Ryan Morgan.
11:25 remaining in a half. The Braves.
Aldo Anguiano punches in the extra point, and it's now Lompoc 7, Rigetti nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on our home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
All right, guys, let's celebrate that touchdown by giving away a prize bag. If you have a program,
Have a moment here. It's, as the Braves line up to kick off, we'll thank another one of our sponsors, our good friends, our perennial sponsors, Rick Frederick and Lisa Frederick from Frederick Quality Plumbing. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you coming on board. You're always first in line, and we couldn't do this stuff without you. We thank you. We love you guys for supporting your alcohol tonight, all season long, and basically for the last couple of decades. Frederick Quality Plumbing.
Bradley late on the hold and integrated back into the quarterback rotation.
End over end kick fielded at the 5. And return across the 20 to about the 23.
That's number 13, Adrian Rufino, in on the return. Number 12, Demetrius Dickerson.
Adrian Rufino on the return for the Warriors out to the 20. Where are we going to put it? 23? Maybe 24.
First and 10 for the 24-yard
24. 11-17 here in the second. Braves up 7-0. Warriors had a first and goal in their last possession.
And several.
And a couple of penalties and came up empty. And the Braves able to take advantage.
Rigetti starting their third possession. And the Braves basically erased Rigetti's sizable advantage in yards in that quarter, one play.
Cardenas on the carry might have got back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he did not. Loss of 1 to the 23, second and 11.
Good job by one of the defensive linemen in there, standing up his man, sliding off, and slowing everything up until help got there. And this is not a big defensive line for the Braves.
No, it is not. We've been spoiled of late in recent years to have some good size up there. That's not quite the case.
The three guys up front are basically reminiscent of Mighty Mouse.
Oh, look out. Oh. In the backfield, down for a big loss. DeAndre Coleman got in there and wrapped up Mortensen all the way inside the 10.
He was coming on a blitz, and they tried to block him with a back, and that ain't going to fly.
Not really going to happen. Just inside the 10 goes the ball, all the way back there. Third down at about 2 dozen for the Warriors.
And this Lompoc defense has the makings to be really, really good.
Ooh, pass up the middle, complete at the 25, get and tackled immediately.
That was number 3, Diego Macias, and he got pounded.
Luke Gardner on the tackle right after the catch. Nice gain, but short of a first down. It'll be 4th and 9. They needed to get all the way out to the 34. And the Warriors forced a punt. Nice punt. Fielded on the run at the backpedaling at the
36.
and advanced across midfield into Rigetti territory at the 45-yard line.
Got loose a little bit on the right sideline on that return. He was running full out, trying to get to the ball.
Dickerson on the return brought it up back about 19 yards.
Something like that.
First and 10 Braves at the Warrior 46-yard line with 9:01 left here in the first half. Braves leading 7-0. Courtesy of a huge pass play to Ryan Morgan.
And Dickerson's going to be an interesting kid to watch.
Yes, he is. He's going to be kind of a multi-purpose guy, I think.
He's not very big, but he's got some quick and he's got some chops.
Here he goes. That's Coleman. Breaks into the secondary after weaving through some traffic at the line and gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. And things starting to roll a little bit Lompoc's way now, Mike.
Yep. And there was definitely a pile up down there at the 10. And two guys got up kind of limping. Rigetti tacklers. 8:51 remaining in the half.
Ball just inside the 10. It'll be first and goal for the Braves. High formation, one receiver up top. Ross fakes a handoff, rolls right, throws complete. Oscar's got it inside the 5 and tackled at about the 3. Pick up on about 7. It'll be second and goal.
Nothing real fancy, but well executed.
Yep. Just a quick fake interior handoff. A little quick roll to the right. Dump it off. Well done. Same formation. This time we'll go to the ground. Straight up the middle. Is that Oscar again? Touchdown, Braves. They're playing with Sling again, Mike.
Yes, they are. And that was Sheldon Canley.
All right. Number 20, Sheldon Canley from 3 yards out puts the Braves on the board again.
The redux, not today.
Andriano's kick is up and good.
And almost out of the stadium. Just came up about 6 inches short of clearing the fence to Pine Street.
Going into the Pine Avenue. 8:15 left in the Lompoc has extended its lead. Is now 14-0 Braves. Had the pleasure of speaking with Sheldon Canley Sr. actually yesterday. He was in studio with the TAP TV studios yesterday afternoon. Always good to see him.
You just driving by?
No, he had an interview at one of our shows. So, nice. Hadn't had a chance to talk with him in a while. It was good to talk about his boy. Told him I was hoping to get to call his name tonight, and there you go. We did. So, there you go, Sheldon. I've done my job. 14-0 Braves, 8:15 to go here in the second, and Lompoc will be kicking off again. Short. Field bounces at the 20 and goes out of bounds. That was a line ball. It got touched by the Warriors. And the Braves are on the move.
That was doing some weird things.
Diego Macias grabs it and steps out of bounds wisely. So it'll be first down Rigetti at the 15-yard line.
That looked like something off the tee that you hit, Greg.
No, that was actually much more predictable than even that.
Fourth Rigetti possession starts at their 15. Scoreboard is 25.
little misdirection, sweeping right across the 20 to the 21. That was
Macias again.
Macias again, number 3 on the carry. Picked up about 6. All out to the 21. Stayed inbounds, clock running to 7:45 now till halftime.
Nicholas Cabrillo on the stop.
There's that wing T again. Nepa gets the carry this time. Goes off the left side, gets to about the 25.
Right at the marker.
Looks like they'll give it to him. Well, just across the 25. First and 10, Rigetti.
10 yards to go for the 25-yard line.
7:23 remaining in the quarter.
A couple of possessions ago, the Warriors are moving the ball very effectively down the field. They got about 60 yards or so. Then they kind of stalled out a little bit here. Keeping to the ground game with a little seam, then got hit real hard about the 29. Well, that was actually Macias again.
Diego Macias on that carry. First one there was number 18, Gardner.
I guess 30 was walking.
5-yard pickup makes it second and
Gardner on a hit. Well, just shy of the 30. It'll be second down, about 6.
I tell you, this Lompoc defense is starting to look really, really good.
Jorgensen back to pass. Now under pressure, has to pull up.
And gets, they call it a sack. He lost about a yard and a half.
I don't think he got back.
that was number 27, Anthony Arias, tripping up Gordon.
Also about a yard. Call it the 29. It'll be third down.
Short loss makes it 3rd and 6 for the Warriors.
Arias
You got a program.
had absolutely no business being in there, and I don't know how he got past the 2 guys he did, but he did, and flushed them out.
One receiver wide on either side. Handoff, fake handoff. Jorgensen rolling left.
Yeah, away from.
Tries to throw across back to the center of the field, incomplete. Nepa was the intended receiver, threw that one low and away.
And Mortensen was running for his life because he had Leandre
Coleman
running,
chasing him down from behind.
basically grasping for his shirt sleeve. And he could feel the breath and hear the thunder.
Wise move to get rid of that one, but can't make the completion. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 6. And the Warriors will be forced to punt. Dickerson back about his own 30. And the snap goes way over the head, all the way back to the goal line. Now scrambling for his life. Got 3 Braves. And he actually gets a running kick away. What a beautiful job to get that kick away. That was fantastic.
Yeah, he picked up the ball just inside the goal line and kicked it right around the 15.
Kicked that on a full sprint with 3 Braves breathing down his neck. Managed to get himself composed enough to kick that on the run. What a spectacular job to save a disaster for the Warriors.
It landed about the Braves 45, and he got a nice roll.
Another 15 yards, I bet, on the roll. There were no Braves back there at that point. So it just kept rolling until it died at the Braves 28. That was a terrific play.
Yes, it was.
First down Braves from the 28, 5:18 left till halftime. Lompoc leading 14-0. One receiver wide to either side. One man in motion now. That's Daniels. Ross from the shotgun. Hands off. Is that Coleman again? Straight up the middle across the 35 to the 38. And the offensive line is opening up some holes for Leandre Coleman. First down Lompoc at the 38 after a pickup of 10. Ross again from the shotgun.
And if the Braves can stick this one in the end zone before the half, it will be a huge mountain for the Warriors to overcome.
Indeed. Coleman, the lone back. Ross from the pistol. Back snap hit actually Coleman right in the hands.
Yeah. Snap was wide left, and
Coleman will fall on it to maintain position.
And Ross got a hand out there, and
3-yard loss.
basically would have been a good play at shortstop.
That was a tip drill in the backfield. Loss of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 from the 35.
Don't like that tip drill. You don't see that on
You don't see that in football around the backfield. Okay, a little better snap this time. Handoff goes to Coleman.
That's number 1,
Pick up about a yard.
tripped up by number 19, Matt Sims.
That's about it. Out to the 36. It'll be a 3rd down.
Call that a 2-yard pickup, making it 3rd and 11.
In between the 36 and 37. We're down in 11 or 12, whatever you want to call it.
He was stopped by number 19, Matt Sims, who is a 6'1", 210 sophomore, and is not, by the way, the Braves' offensive line coach.
That name sounds very familiar. 4 receivers for Lompoc, 3 here to the near side. Ross looking to pass, good protection. Now he's going to have to tuck it away, and he'll get wrapped up and tackled for a loss back at the 35.
Kevin Ross on the quarterback keeper.
Had a little bit of time initially, and then everything kind of broke down.
And he is not quick of
4th
foot.
down and 13 for the Braves.
He does not have Cameron Iribarren's escapability at this point. That's the one thing that Iribarren brought to the game was his running capability was a serious double threat.
Well, they built up the receiving core a little bit.
Braves will punt, short line drive kick, takes a nice Braves roll, and gets to about the 35-yard line where it'll be good. Touch dead.
Gonzalez is down at the.
Oh, somebody touched it at the 39. Okay. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here until the half is complete. Lompoc leads 14-0, and the Warriors will have a 1st and 10 from their own 39. You're listening to the KPEG Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 FM. Greg Ratcliffe here, along with Statmeister Mike Loney. Bill Dr. Draw Smith back at the KPEG Studios, manning the KPEG radio stream. Running game here, and off a left tackle. We're going to make some nice yardage across the 45 to the 47.
Yeah, he just kind of slithered through there.
Nepa on that carry.
Nepa on the carry gets about 7, close to 8.
2nd and 2 for the Warriors.
2nd down, clock running to 2:20 remaining here in the half. Rigetti has 2 timeouts remaining.
See if they try and bomb one down here.
So far, most of the air attack we've seen from the Warriors have been in the short variety. We'll keep it on the ground. That's Nepa again. Gets into Lompoc territory, across the 50 to about the 48.
Picked up about 6.
That was Nepa on
Enough
the
to
carry
move the
again.
chains for Rigetti. 1st and 10 Warriors from the Brave 48-yard line as we get inside 2 minutes remaining here until halftime. Yes, Rigetti could really use to put some points on the board before half. It would be a great psychological boost for him going into the locker room.
Chase Reynoso, wide left.
We'll stay on the ground game.
Pick up of about 3.
Down close to the 45. That was
Nepa
Nepa again.
Once again. Number 27, Anthony Arias on that
Gain of about 3. 2nd and 7 from the 45. Clock still running. 1:15 to go.
Arias on the stop, along with a couple others.
Warriors still hanging on to those 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and the clock is diminishing rapidly, and we're right at 62 seconds.
Here's a minute to go. 2 receiver set. A wing T. Mortensen back to pass, lobs this one over to Nepa, and he tried to set up a screen here on the right side and hit Nepa in the hands and just couldn't hang on.
And that would have been an interesting competition because he had a step on Coleman. And it would have been interesting to see if Nepa could have run away from Coleman.
Not many can.
Nope.
But we won't know right now. It's 3rd down and 7 from the 45. That stops the clock with 50.9 seconds to go. If nothing else, that saves a Warrior timeout. If they're running out of downs as well, they need to get it first here.
3rd and a healthy 7 yards.
Nepa, the lone back. Mortensen rolling plants. Throws deep through the hands and incomplete at the 5-yard line. And that was close, folks.
That was very close, and Mortensen came close to being disintegrated by number 71, Nicholas Cabrillo, who was right in his face with a head of steam.
Jake Steels was the intended receiver, actually well covered back there by the Braves. Defender was right there, and so was the ball. Stops the clock with 42.9 until half. 4th down and 7. And the Warriors look like they're going to punt this one away. Well, they took a shot, came up empty. Now they got to get rid of the ball. Nice kick. Fair catch called for. And it'll roll into the end zone for the touchback. That'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. The Braves will have a 1st and 10 from there with 35.1 seconds remaining in the half. Lompoc leading 14-0. Lompoc has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. See if they go into the 35-second drill. If there is such a thing.
No, 35 seconds and 8 yards. Sounds like maybe you give it to Ryan Morgan with some green in front of him.
I could envision a play involving number 1 as well.
Maybe both of them. Toss it to Coleman and have him lateral to Morgan.
2 receivers about to block. Coleman will take it across the 25 to the 27.
Number 1, Leandre Coleman on that carry. That was number 5, Enzo Ramirez, first player for the Warriors.
Clock continues to run down to 20 seconds. Looks like the Braves are going to be content to let it tick away as they are already heading to the locker room with 15 seconds to go. So much for the 35-second drill, as they are on the track and heading out of town.
Senior Lompoc Braves lead the Rigetti Warriors 14-0.
So as the clock ticks away the final seconds of the first half, the scoreboard reads Lompoc 14, Rigetti nothing. Mike, your impressions of the first 24 minutes?
Well, Lompoc has a defense.
Yes, they do.
First one. Second, offense is not played spectacularly, but they have played well. I mean, basically they ran out the clock on their 5th possession, and they scored on 2 of the 4 before that. So that 50% touchdown ratio is not nothing to sneeze at.
Not too bad.
And especially when you're pitching a shutout. So they've.
So far, so good for the Blue.
Unlike the Dodgers, they got some pitching when they needed it and some run support, and they're chugging along here.
Well, the blue and white, or the blue and gray and white, however you want to call it, up top 14-0 here. We're going to give the teams a break, and we're going to let them figure things out in the locker room, and we'll send you back to the studio for about 20 minutes to check out some of the things that are happening around the Lompoc Valley, and we'll be back for the second half in about 20. Stay with us, folks. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
You need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is none of your son. Learn the others at autismskids.org.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. KPEG listeners, have we got a deal for you? Now, we know you enjoy hearing all of our great music and special programming, but how would you like to hear yourself on your favorite radio station? Too good to be true, you say? No way! If you are a dedicated KPEG fan, you're invited to stop by the studio and record your very own station ID or tribute. We'll add it to our rotation, so when you tune into KPEG, you just might hear yourself on the air. Give us a call at 875-2750. That's 875-2750, and we'll tell you how. It's simple, it's fun, it's free, and it's right here on Lompoc's very own 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rock and oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Lompoc football homestand continues next week as the Braves host the Bishop Diego Cardinals on Friday the 6th. Our KPEG sports crew will be there, bringing you all the action from the opening kickoff to the final buzzer. Join us at 6:45 for pregame, featuring an exclusive interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then get set for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Bishop Diego Cardinals versus the Lompoc Braves, Friday night from Houck Stadium. And it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right, We'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live Tribal-cast of your City Council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Fire, flood, hazardous spills, active shooter, extreme weather. In Santa Barbara County, there are things you need to know. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Sign up for Santa Barbara County Emergency Alerts today. To receive alerts via email, cell, and landline, sign up online at www.awareandprepare.org. Or for limited emergency information, text your zip code to 888-777 because you need to know.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet. 100.9 KPEG.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I shop and cook for my mom every week. I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so you can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, alright, but don't expect to be buying my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You gotta start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
The Lompoc football homestand continues next week as the Braves host the Bishop Diego Cardinals on Friday the 6th. Our KPEG sports crew will be there, bringing you all the action from the opening kickoff to the final buzzer. Join us at 6:45 for pregame, featuring an exclusive interview with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then get set for the kickoff at 7 o'clock. It's the Bishop Diego Cardinals versus the Lompoc Braves, Friday night from Houck Stadium. And it's right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's Local Music Hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Make a difference in your community and apply to be on the grand jury of Santa Barbara County. The grand jury investigates county government, municipalities, and special districts' use of your tax dollars. Jurors see the inner workings of government, not available to most people. And for the convenience of northern Santa Barbara County grand jurors, video conferencing is now available in Santa Maria. Apply today at sbcgj.org or pick up an application at any Santa Barbara County courthouse.
Hey Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's
side. Well, welcome back to Houck Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ratcliffe, Mike Loney, here for the Rigetti Warriors versus the Lompoc Braves. The Braves lead 14-0 at halftime. We're just a couple of minutes away from the second half kickoff. Mike, what do the Warriors need to do to get back into this thing?
Well, they need to maintain some offensive momentum. They, like Simi Valley last week, could move the ball, but when they got in the shadow of the goalposts, it frittered away.
Yep. And a lot of that has to do with a very stout Braves defense as well.
It was not accidental.
Teams are on the field. The Braves will be receiving the second half kickoff. That's the good news for Lompoc. What's your impression of the first half performance of our new starting quarterback, Calvin Ross?
He's been solid. He hasn't been spectacular. He made some freshman mistakes, but he hasn't made a lot of them. And so
no turnovers.
And we've seen that he has a big arm, and he's going to be exciting to watch for the next 4 years.
Just think how good this kid's going to get. I mean, like I said, he's only a freshman, and he's good now. By the time he gets to be a senior, look out. He's only going to get bigger and better, folks. So watch out for number 17, Calvin Ross. Right now, he's listed as a 6-foot, 190-pound freshman.
And he's going to fill out.
He's going to get bigger, and he's going to get better. So as we get ready to start the second half, we'll take a minute and say hi to a couple of real special people. We're going to say hi to Izzy, and hi to Mikey, and of course, hi to Lita. All three tuning in to listen to the game of the week tonight on KPEG Radio.
I will welcome back the Lompoc class of '69, which is holding their reunion this weekend.
That's right. 50 years.
Doesn't seem possible.
Short kick fielded out to 20, and takes a knee as he catches it, so that'll bring that play to an end abruptly. Same as the touchback, ends up at the 20-yard line. First down for the Braves from there. Just underway here in the second half. Braves with the ball, first and 10, and a 14-0 lead for the home team.
Sixth Brave possession.
We have to mention once again the new Braves uniforms that they are debuting tonight. They are gray jerseys, blue pants, gray jerseys, white helmets, with what appears to be blue numbers trimmed in white.
Too wide right.
Ross under center. Handoff, I think, was to Coleman. Nope, Dominguez on the carry. Across the 20.
In.
Yep, there we go.
We call that a 3-yard pickup, making it second and 7.
3 or 4 on the carry. Looks about the 23. Second and 7 for the Braves. Commenting on these jersey numbers, because they're not quite as easy to read as they used to be.
No.
There's Coleman on the pitch, sweeping to the right, gets his legs taken out from under him as he dives towards 30.
Yeah, they're going to mark him shorter than I thought he got to, but
looks like a knee might have gone down about the 28. So a third down and about a short 2 for the Braves. One receiver wide to either side. Coleman the deep back. High formation for the Braves with Ross under center. Coleman gets the carry. He gets racked up, straightened up right at the 30. It'll depend on where they spot him.
I think they're going to say he got there. There was a collision.
Yeah, he didn't get there by much.
No, but he did get there.
Yep.
First down. Number 19, Matt Sims, in on that tackle.
Ball out to the 31.
31-yard line.
First and 10, Lompoc from there.
10:40 and counting.
Early's third quarter.
Nose of the ball right on the 31.
Ross directing traffic back there in the backfield. Now we've got it figured out. Quick pass over here.
Out to Daniels. And he'll pick up 4 or 5.
Number 9, Christian Duarte Tenorio on the reception.
Out to the 34, just across the 34. Make it, give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Duarte Tenorio wide to the right, one man in the slot, and we'll run it up the middle. Breaking tackles, that is Oscar Tenorio refusing to go down. Carried a couple of Warrior would-be tacklers all the way across the 45 to the 46.
And he picked up a first down.
That he did, and he earned it.
Indeed.
Oscar's not big. He's 5'11", 175, and he plays big.
Yep. We have a timeout on the field.
And now taken by the Warriors. Stops the clock with 9:58 left here in the third. Braves leading 14-0, and with the ball.
Big series for both teams.
That it is. We want to thank our good friends over at the Surf Connection for being with us tonight. Robin Bennett and the gang over at Surf Connection. So glad to have them with us. They do so much for the community. Robin, of course, was
All right, guys, get out your 50-50 drawing tickets.
Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year.
Should mention that on Thursday, the Lompoc freshman squad defeated Rigetti 22-6 for their second victory of the season.
All right. 1st and 10 Braves from the 46. Keeping it on the ground. Maybe a yard off here on the right.
Backside. Tenorio carried again, and Matt Sims on the stop.
That sounds so strange to say, doesn't it?
It sounds very weird.
All right, here's the number. Blue ticket,
Pick up
185-590.
Yeah, give him 1.
About a yard.
185-590.
2nd and 9 from the Lompoc 47.
Ross and the guys in the backfield having a discussion.
Morgan in motion. He'll get a little flip pass until we get flags to fly.
Just to give him something to think about, Morgan pulls up and looks like he's going to throw it.
Illegal motion penalty against the Braves. We'll back him up to the 42. It'll be a 2nd down.
2nd and 14. 9 minutes to go.
Coleman gets the delay, gets across the 45 to the 46, back to the 45 anyway, just across the 45.
Gets the penalty back.
Most of it anyway.
3rd and 11 for the Braves.
3rd down and about 11 from the 45-yard line. 8.5 left here in the 3rd quarter. Braves leading 14-0. Their first possession of the second half. Trips left and movement. Yeah, this is going to cost the Braves another 5.
And after a clean first half, Braves a couple penalties here.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that. We've had a lack of flags so far this evening. That is quickly changing.
8:27 and got it.
Now we're back to 3rd and 16.
Hey, I have the winning ticket.
From the shotgun is Ross. Quick pass over to Coleman.
And no reverse field.
Trying to pick up some blocks on the far side. Cuts it in and will not get back to the 45, down to the 44. Good pursuit by the Warrior defense on that one. Came out here to a little quick screen on the right. Nowhere to go, so they went all the way to the other side and got tracked down anyway.
Back out to the 45, so pick up a 5 on it.
We have our 50.
So 4th and 11. And the Braves will be forced to punt.
You want to do the same next week?
8-man back around the 20-yard line. Line drive kick. Makes a wonderful Braves roll inside the 30 to the 25.
Picked up about 12-13 on the roll.
They'll put it at the 26, it looks like. First down, Warriors from there with 7 minutes, 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lompoc leading 14-0.
Now we're done giving away a little money. We can go back to giving away prize bags.
They're not terribly productive in terms of yardage, that possession, but they did run an awful lot of clock.
Oh. Right up the middle goes the first running play out to the 31.
Coleman draped all over his back.
Number 1 tackles number 1. Coleman on Kappa. The gain out to the 31. Gain of about 5, second and 5. Interesting the way the Warriors break the huddle. The center goes out first, then the receivers get their position, then everybody else gets in place. Napa again, just off a right tackle.
Maybe a couple.
After about the 34, it looks like. It'll be short of first down by about 2. 3rd down and 2 from the 34.
Big play for the Warriors. If they don't convert this, you have to give the ball back.
One man in motion. Napa gets the carry again.
Oh, great effort.
Nice spin. And he'll get the first down and more all the way out to the 40. They needed that in a big way.
And first contact was about a yard short of the first down, and he just kept pounding.
It was like a rototiller in there that time. Halfway through the third quarter already, 6 minutes remaining. First and 10 Warriors from their own 41. One man in motion.
Tried to go out the middle again and got about a yard.
Nothing doing that time.
That was number 3, Diego Macias.
Macias on the carry gets to 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 42.
And he worked really hard to get that one.
Yeah.
He looked like he was being slapped around with a Ginsu spatula.
2 rides, 1 to either side. Macias in motion.
Yeah, and movement.
Whistles and flags will stop this one. And that'll cost the Warriors 5 in the other direction.
The flag is signaled for the legal motion against the Warriors. 5-yard pickup, big second and.
Move the ball back to the 37-yard line. Call it second down at about 14.
5 minutes left in the third.
This third quarter just moving right along here. Same formation for the Warriors. 2 rights from the shotgun. Morrison throws. Wide right to the sideline and complete, I believe. Nope, caught it out of bounds. Made the catch, but not in the field of play, so it's incomplete.
Makes it 3rd and 14 for the Warriors.
3rd down 14, stops the clock with 4:41 left here in the third. And after a couple of promising drives by the Warriors early in the game, they really haven't been able to put any first downs together.
And 3rd and 14. Tunnel screen on the inside, and that went nowhere. Well,
Complete, but wrapped up very quickly by the Braves defense at about the 39.
Maybe 2 yards?
Yeah.
Number 15, Chase Reynoso, receiving the pass from Logan Mortensen.
Well, onto the 39, and that'll be 4th down and about 11 for the Warriors, and another punting situation for Rigetti.
Chase Reynoso stopped by Oscar Tenorio and pick up a couple. It was 4-10.
Another high, booming punt. Caught at the 23.
He's got a big return already.
Out to the 40, to the 50, and knocked out of bounds there.
Is that Dickerson?
That was indeed
Dickerson on the return.
Pavel Dickerson.
Back by number 33, Jordan Fields.
Brought that one back about 20 yards or so.
51-yard line.
Just across midfield, he goes to the Warrior 49. It'll be 1st and 10 Braves from there with 4:01 left here in the third. Lompoc leading 14-0. They'll send 3 receivers up to the top. 1 here to the short side. Coleman, the long back behind Kevin Ross. Ross back to the pass on 1st down. Chucks it deep down the near sideline. He's got Ryan Morgan. Touchdown Braves. And what a target Ryan Morgan is, folks. 6'4", 230, streaking down the near sideline. Tell you what, Kevin Ross hit him in stride.
Yep. And I hope his mom got to see that one. Didn't get to see the earlier one. She was headed for the ticket booth to do some AD stuff.
Yeah, I hope Claudia was in a position to be able to catch that one.
No, Ryan certainly was.
Indeed he was. Aguiano is up in good with the extra point, and it's now Lompoc 21. We're getting nothing with 3:54 remaining here in the third. I was just about to comment that the Braves offense hasn't done a whole lot with the exception of a couple of big plays.
Yep.
And there's another one for you.
Well, if you can hit the big plays, your defense doesn't give up anything.
That's a good combination.
You don't really need a whole lot more, even though you like it.
That was a 49-yard touchdown pass from Kevin Ross to Ryan Morgan. And it was a beauty.
There's a rainbow.
On that note, we'll tell you about another one of our sponsors, Tom's Restaurant. Thank you so much to Ken and all the folks over at Tom's for being with us. Appreciate your support tonight and all season long of KPEG Radio and local high school sports. Tom's.
And that kick it eventually returned to earth.
Yes, and it is currently lying about 2 yards back of the end line. Yeah, it went a long way. Let's put it that way.
Beyond the end zone.
So the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and they now find themselves down 21-0.
After a 1 play, 7-second drive, then.
Those are the kind you like. 1 play, 49 yards, 7 seconds. That will, as they say, get it done.
That was a nice play setup. They had Morgan by himself wide right. They had 3 guys to the left, and they had Coleman in the backfield, and they.
Incomplete pass from Mortensen was intended for Reynoso.
Throwing on 1st down, incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
How quickly things can turn.
And, the Braves defense is starting to get to where they're just lighting the fire and burning contrails toward the quarterback.
Yep.
They're not big, but they're really, really quick. And they're blitzing like crazy.
From the shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Complete to Steels. He curls into the inside and then gets upended at about the 33-yard line.
You got the aerial tour.
Steals on the reception for Mortensen, tripped up by number 12, Demetrius Dickerson.
Demetrius Dickerson sent him airborne.
At the 34-yard line.
It'll be first down, the 3:35. Ball at the 33. We're getting.
Clock running, 3:25 remaining here in the third.
Santa Maria leading San Marcos 20-14.
We're here in Santa Maria leading San Marcos 24-14, which would be an interesting result. Mortensen rolling them right.
Heaves this one deep down the far sideline.
And the receiver had stumbled over there and tried to get back into the pattern, but no dice.
Had he not lost his footing, he had a step on the defender, and the ball was right about where it needed to be. So, afraid might have dodged one there a little bit. Clock stop at 3:06 now, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34. Actually, a pretty well thrown ball.
Yep. Actually had a little time to throw it that time, too, with the roll to the right and the left-handed quarterback throwing back across his body. It was a very good throw.
Back to pass. Got a man complete here in the right left flat, number 15.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Reynoso catches that one and goes out of bounds.
That's number 15, Reynoso.
Moves the ball out to the 48-yard line, still on the Rigetti side of the 50, but it's first down Warriors.
With 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
Might see a little urgency from the Warriors at this point, down 21. Approaching the end of the third.
15-yard pickup on that one.
They'll send 2 receivers up to the top. Back to
and
the
off
running
inside
game.
to Nipa, and
he'll get into Lompoc territory. He's still on his feet.
Yeah, he's fighting for every inch in there, and picked up about 6 yards.
9 inches. Where are they going to finally spot this thing? The 46-yard line? Yes. On the Lompoc side of the field now.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be tough in the film room determining a lot of these tackles, because they're going to be 6 guys who are going to be sharing on them.
There's a whole bunch of 2nd down and 4. That was going to get wrapped up by several Lompoc ball hawks. And the ball comes loose, but they're going to whistle it dead.
Yeah, he got hit right at the line of scrimmage and knocked backwards, and the ball came out when he was getting shoved about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Kennedy right there to instantly call that play down. So nice to see BK back out on the field. He's been doing this for, well, as long as I have, I think. And that's a long time.
Yeah. Back when he had hair. And
speaking of Bobby Kennedy, he's going to throw a flag.
Several of his compatriots are going to join in the motion.
All-Star Warriors will back him up to their own side of the 50 at the 49. Still 3rd down, but 3rd and 9 now. Need to get down to the Brave 42.
That was kind of evident as well. One of the wide receivers took off downfield before anybody else moved.
Mortensen rolling right, throws on the run, and once again incomplete but out of bounds on the far sideline. Done that 3 times I think tonight, and just throwing a little wide over there and can't get the feet in. And it'll be 4th down and 9 for the Warriors. Looks like another punting situation for Rigetti.
And that was very good coverage over there. So it'll be 4th and 9.
They'll punt this one away. Nope, they're going to take it. He pulls it down. He's going to run for it. Breaks the tackle. He's going to get it inside the Lompoc 40.
Got a great block out there by number 31, Joseph Cardenas.
Jake Steele with the fake punt just pulled it down and found a little seam on the left, picked up a block, as Mike said, and boom, all of a sudden, the Warriors got a first down at the Braves 38. Well played. 1:26 left here in the third, and Rigetti with a little trickery, and they'll keep possession. Mortensen back to pass, plenty of time. Plants now trying to find an open man. Got one. He's got one, but overthrows him in the end zone. Incomplete. Macias was the man in motion. He ended up all alone behind the defense in the end zone. Mortensen just couldn't quite get him the ball.
And Curiel got in there late and just added a little bit of adrenaline to the situation, I think.
Yep.
But Macias was open in the end zone about 3 yards deep.
Yeah, about one tick too many on the throw. And it's 2nd and 10. And whistles, timeout, Braves.
Timeout, Braves.
Braves will take their first time out of the second half. Stops the clock with 1:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Lompoc leads 21-0. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG.
And I tell you, Lompoc can play at this level. I think they're going to be pretty good this season.
I continue to be impressed by this defense.
Yeah, the game against Bishop Diego next week is going to be interesting. And then in 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks, right? Against Roy Grande.
Yep. We're traveling to Pioneer Valley. Roy Grande is having their stadium renovated, so they're playing their home games at other locations.
Yeah, the record of Central Coast stadium renovation has not been spectacular in terms of completion on time and under budget.
Don't forget, Houck Stadium's scheduled to have their pitch renovation ready for next season.
3 wide right, 1 out.
Mortensen back to pass, plenty of time. Now he's going to have to tuck it away as nobody's open. Now he's on the run. And throw this one incomplete.
Just Dickerson. Off the hands of Dickerson. He almost had himself a pick. Tried to get the ball to...
Reynoso was the intended receiver. Mortensen on the run, couldn't get enough on it to get it to him. Dickerson tried to get his hand underneath that one, but couldn't quite come up with it. And it falls incomplete for 3rd down. 3rd and 10 for the Warriors from the Braves 38. 21-0 is the score. Braves lead, 1:09 left here in the third.
And Mortensen dropped back, and he had no pressure, and he had nobody who was close to being open for 5-6 seconds.
Yep. Mortensen back to pass again, throwing deep, got a man all alone. And picked off. What a great job, intercepted by the Braves. And returned out to the 10.
And a
flag coming in late.
And I think that was Dickerson that tipped it.
Yep. The receiver was there all by himself. Dickerson managed to get back there to get a hand on it just at the last second. And then Oscar was there to bring it in. Personal foul at the end of the play against Lompoc. So half the distance to the goal on the penalty. We'll take it back to the, where did I put it? About the 5, 4? It's like the 4-yard line. What a terrific job by Dickerson, and we saw him do that several times last week as well, Mike. Just sprinting to the ball to get a finger on it at the very last second to knock it away.
Against the Braves, it'll be half the distance to the goal line.
56 seconds remaining in the third.
Call that the 4.5. Yeah, big play.
So it'll be Braves ball, 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. And that was about a half a second away from 6 points from the Warriors.
Yep. Nice job by Oscar on the tip drill.
Yeah, indeed. Kevin Ross under center, and Graves will call a timeout.
Almost got the Rigetti defense to jump, but not quite.
Looks like they were trying to do that, actually.
Still haven't had any program people
A timeout on the field with 57.7 seconds remaining here in the third. Lompoc with one timeout remaining. Rigetti has two. And we'll take a moment while we have a stoppage on the clock to tell you about another one of our sponsors, our good friend Box Shop Bob at the Box Shop. Thank you, Box Shop Bob. Always a pleasure to have you with us. We appreciate your support of KPEG Radio, local football, and all the things that you do for the community. The Box Shop, folks. Thank you so much. So did you mention, Mike, that the Braves have a pretty good defense?
That may have come out.
Yeah. Okay, the Braves have figured out what they're going to do. Folks will trot off the field, and we'll get back to business.
High formation, power left.
That looks like Coleman, I think, on the far side.
Yeah, and he was break and tackle,
and maybe got a yard out of it all.
And the guy right on the corner kept him from picking up really significant yardage.
Give him maybe 2, 2nd and 8.
He was basically that last guy from picking up about 15.
2 wides, one to either side. I formation. Ross under center. Z-back is Coleman. He'll get it, and he'll also get tackled pretty quickly.
Yeah, picked up a couple more, maybe.
Looks like he got to about the 8. It's going to be a third down. Third about 6. And that will bring the third quarter to an end. 3 quarters in the books, 12 minutes to go here at Houck Stadium. Our score is Lompoc 21. Rigetti nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG. That's Mike. I'm Greg. Bill's back in the studio taking care of our web stream at kpegradio.com. Don't forget, folks, we're not only here live in the local Lompoc Valley area, you can catch us all around the Central Coast, all around California, all around the United States, and all around the world on the World Wide Web at kpegradio.com. And we thank you so much for joining us wherever you are. And if you look across the way to the visitor side, there's a really healthy amount of people that made the trip from Rigetti to come up and watch this game. There's a couple hundred folks across the way, and that's a good turnout here for the Warrior fans.
Then we're on the road for a while. We've got 2 more home games after that, October 11th.
We'll turn around and go the other way now as the Braves looking at a 3rd and 6. We'll talk about our broadcast schedule coming up here in just a little bit.
Utah beat BYU 30-12 last night. It's a whole important.
Two receivers up top. Ross,
nice pass.
Rolling, throwing, complete to the far side.
I think it's going to be just a little short, but that was a nice job.
Ross took a nice hit in the backfield after he got rid of that one. But it'll be 4th down after the completion, 4th and about 3.
The pass from Ross was complete for a short.
And looks like the Braves will have to punt this one away.
And 3 for the Braves.
And
2 deep men back at the 40.
Tom Garrett announcing the college scores from last night, particularly Utah beating BYU.
You would be interested in that one for sure. Short kick.
Yeah.
Only out to about the 25. And the Warriors will be blessed with excellent field position here.
Lompoc punt goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Matter of fact, they're going to put it at the 15. Yep, 15. So,
Oh my gosh, no.
how many yards was that on the punt, Mike?
Yards?
Yeah, wasn't that about 1 yard, I think, perhaps. First and 10, Warriors.
Ooh, ouch.
Going to sweep here to the right side, get down to about the 12. That was Dasi Nepa on the carry. Will pick up about 3, it looks like. 2nd and 7 from the 12.
4-yard gain makes it 2nd and 6.
The ending of that play was Nepa about 5 feet near horizontal to the ground and falling, which I don't imagine felt real good.
Nepa gets it again, tries the left side this time, cuts it back in, gets some good yardage to about the 5.
And that was a nice run.
That's Nepa on the carry.
Moving progress to the 4. It'll be first and goal for Rigetti from the Lompoc 4.
10:32 remaining in the game.
This is where the Braves ran into some trouble in their game last week with some inopportune punts, giving the opposition some good field position. First and goal from the 4. Nepa up the middle, still fighting. We'll get a couple down to about the 2. Initial contact was behind the line of scrimmage, and Nepa really does not want to go down.
No, there was. His lead block got blasted back past him about 2 yards. So he basically had to hit the line by himself and struggle for a couple.
It's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Mortensen under center. Nepa again. Oh, he gets walked at the 1-yard line.
The first guy stood him up, and the second guy put him down.
Was that Coleman that gave him that lick?
I believe so.
Oh my goodness. He got stood up straight and then planted down hard.
I don't know if they're going to give him a couple inches, I think, on that.
Well, just about at the 1. Timeout on the field with 9:19 remaining in the 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 1 with 9:19 left. Raise up 21-0. Rigetti trying to get that goose egg off their game. And this is pretty much what you have to say a must for the Warriors. They're going to finish this thing in if they want to have any chance in this game.
Yeah.
They're just going to run out of time.
Good news, guys. I got my donuts. Big shout out to Sunset Auto Center. Thank you for that.
So the Warriors, after the timeout, they've got 2 left. They're looking at 3rd down and goal.
High formation.
Ooh, Nepa bounces off his blocker.
He did not get there.
Didn't get there. Got to the 1.
The blocker once again got bounced.
That's Nepa being brought down just short of the
It's 4th down. 4th and goal from the 1. Rigetti obviously going to try and punch this in. Play of the game so far, Mike. Braves have played tough down here.
Both weeks.
Yep. Several goal line stands last week against Simi Valley. Looking to make another one right here, right now. Can the Braves stop them one more time? 4th and goal. Here we are.
High formation.
Sweeping to the right. And it's Kadasi Nepa in for the score. Touchdown and flags flying after the play. But this was a dead ball foul after the play. The touchdown should stand. 8:35, and it hasn't been posted yet. Here's the unsportsmanlike by both teams, offset.
The flags for unsportsmanlike conduct on both sides. They will offset.
So the touchdown will stand. It's 21-6 with the PAT coming up. Tempers flaring a little bit after that score.
8:35. He didn't get in by much.
Just a quick little pitch to the right, followed in a couple of blockers. But you're right, Mike. He got in by about a yard, and that's it.
Yeah. And he had to slide off a couple tacklers to get there. And
Bobby Kennedy explaining to Rigetti head coach what the situation was on the penalties, and then we'll get back to business.
The side judge over talking to Andrew Jones.
And now we're set for the point after. Good snap. Kick is away. It looks good to me. And
it was wide left.
Ooh, certainly high enough, but off to the left a little bit. No good, and that could loom large. If Rigetti can put together a couple of more scoring drives. 8:35 left, and it's Lompoc 21, Rigetti 6. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. So the bend don't break philosophy working pretty well for the Braves, but they bent a little too much that time.
Yeah, well, when you give the opposition starting field position at your own 15, that's
a tough order.
Yeah, and they came within a skosh, if you will, pulling it off.
Now, with 8:35 remaining, do you expect any possibility of onside here from Rigetti?
Lompoc is.
No, they're going to squib this thing. Rolls to about the 15, picked up at the 20, and touches a knee on the ground, and that will bring that play to an end. Dickerson back there for the Braves.
Yep.
So where are they going to put it?
The Warrior kickoff is down at the 20-yard
The 20.
line. First and 10 for the Braves. From there.
First and 10, Lompoc from their own 20-yard line. Interesting, no time run off the clock.
Well,
I guess he touched it when he was down, so the clock didn't start. So okay. So that was a good time for an 8-minute and 35-second drive. One receiver wide to either side for the Braves. Ross from the shotgun. Coleman gets the carry, finds some room on the far side, gets shoved out of bounds close to the first down marker.
That's number 1, Leandre Coleman on the carry.
Close to the first
Call that a 9-yard pickup.
They're going to get him to the 29, looks like.
Good blocking by Lompoc.
Pickup of 9 for Coleman. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Number 18 on our roster.
18 and a half minutes. Or 8.5 minutes.
Two receivers to the near side. Ross again from the shotgun. Coleman again on the carry, this time straight up the middle.
Dragging people.
Dragging people, you're right, all the way to the 35.
Leandre Coleman on the carry for Lompoc Braves. First down.
That'll move the chains for Lompoc. 1st and 10 from the 35. That's exactly what they need to do right now, is move the chains.
8:13 to go.
And count it. Same setup, two receivers here to the near side. Top side is open. High formation. Ross under center.
And Coleman and
stacked up in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Now about the 32.
Coleman met the back field
Great
by Jordan
slash.
Fields.
Great slashing move by Fields there to get back there. Loss of 3.
Yeah, and loss of Coleman's helmet.
3-yard loss makes it 2nd and 13 for the Braves.
So Leandre lost 3 yards and his helmet, so he'll have to come out.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd down and 13 from the 32.
I'm not really sure that making Ross throw is something they really want to do right now, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's been effective.
Keeping it on the ground, that looks like Oscar.
Yeah, pickup of about 4.
Across the 35 to the 36.
That's number 8, Oscar Tenorio on the carry, brought down to number 19, Matt Sims.
Another tackle by Sims. He's been busy tonight.
Yep.
4-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 now for the Braves from their own 36, approaching the 7-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
Braves in no hurry to get these plays on.
Nor should they be. 2 wides, 1 to either side. Ross will be in the shotgun.
Ross moving some guys around and moving around himself.
Makes the handout. Look out. Ross gets hit. The ball is loose. And it's a pile. Who's got it? Looks like the Braves have recovered. Kevin Ross took a blindside hit. And the ball came out.
Kevin Ross brought down the back.
And way after the play, Bobby Kennedy throws a penalty flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Warriors. Bobby is emphatic about the call.
And that might give them a first down.
Penalty against the Warriors.
The Braves retained possession on the fumble. Now they're going to tack 15 yards onto the loss. And that's got to drive a coach crazy. That moves the ball out to the 38. It'll be 4th down, right? 4th down and 7.
Should.
One thing that these players are going to learn about Bobby Kennedy, you don't say the wrong thing and when he can hear you. Because he will pull a flag on you every single time.
4th and 7 from there.
So the Braves, even after all of that, will be forced to punt. 2 deep men back around the 25. See if we can get a better punt this time, and we do. Line drive kick. Makes a nice Lompoc roll. And we'll go down to the 27 where it's down. But that unsportsmanlike by the Warriors cost them some field position. They almost came up with a fumble back there as well. The Braves were fortunate to fall on that. That could have been a game changer right there. If Forgetty came up with the ball on a 1st down right around the 15 again. You know what happened last time they had it down there? They punched it in. So
Aldo Anguiano came up with a decent punt on that one too.
So it's 1st down Warriors at the 27, their own 27, with 6:25 to go during the 4th. Lompoc leading 21-6.
And I have a feeling when they see the ball in the air just a little bit, too wide this side, too wide the other side. Try to draw up the middle and it drew a crowd after about 3 or 4.
Just across the 30, close to the 31, goes the run. About 4.
3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
2nd down, and one of the receivers got a real running start.
Yeah.
Cardenas took off about a second before the ball did, and that's going to draw a flag every time.
It was a little bit obvious. He was in the slot on the right side, and he was 5 yards downfield before the ball twitched.
Yeah. Might have forgot the snap count.
6:01 remaining in the 4th quarter.
2nd down and 11. Rolling to the right, throwing on the run.
Nice pass, nice catch.
Complete. That was Reynoso on the catch. We'll go out of bounds at the 37, and that will be a 1st down we're getting. Stops the clock with triple nickels on the board. 5:55 remaining. One receiver wide to either side, one in the slot. Mortensen from the shotgun, rolling to his left, stops, plants, throws deep down the far sideline. And it's a jump ball complete at the 25, and he'll walk in. Touchdown, Warriors.
The pass from Mortensen to Steele for a Warrior touchdown.
That was Jake Steele on the jump ball and catch, and then he trots in uncontested from about 10 yards out. And all of a sudden, the Warriors are on the board again, and we got ourselves a ball game here midway through the fourth. It's 21-12 now, and decision time for the Warriors.
5:46 remaining in the fourth.
Is it time for the PAT, or do they go for two? That would be the decision.
Well, given the results on the goal line stand, I'd probably go for the PAT, but they are not.
They're going to go for two. Rolling, Mortensen tosses complete. Is he in? Yes. Just inside the pylon on the far sideline. And the two-point conversion is good. And all of a sudden, with 5:46 left, it's 21-14. Lompoc only up 7. Well, yeah, what do you think of them apples?
Yeah, I think a game just showed up.
5 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And all of a sudden, it's 21-14. Rigetti on the move, going down 7. As they get ready to receive the kickoff, don't forget, next week we'll be right back here at Hawk Stadium as Bishop Diego, the Cardinals, come to town to take on the Lompoc Braves. We'll be here. Pre-game at 6:45. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Hope you can join us then. Bishop Diego Cardinals versus the Lompoc Braves. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM. Next Friday night. Okay, so let's think again. Onside kick. They squibbed it last time.
Definitely a possibility. The Braves have a bunch of hands guys up, and they're going to kick it deep.
They'll kick it away.
I think there's enough time that they're going to
Wobbled inside the 5, picked up there. And a nice coverage by the Rigetti defense will stop that play at about the 12.
Nice job playing some field position here.
So the Braves will have it 1st and 10 at their own 11. 5 minutes, 39 seconds is what they need to burn off the clock here. Rigetti still has 2 timeouts remaining. Lompoc with 1. And you know the Rigetti defense would love a 3-and-out right about now.
Yep. Almost as much as the Rigetti coaching staff. The Braves need to put together some oomph here.
Ross under center, hands off to Coleman. You'll get across the, well, about to the 14. Pickup of about 3.
3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7 for the Braves.
Clock running, that's a good news for the Braves. 2nd and 7 from the 14-yard line.
Ross over to the sidelines and talk to the coaches before he crosses back out of the field.
Braves will send 2 receivers up to the top. Short side of the field is empty.
Everybody within about 7 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Keeping on the ground are the Braves.
Pickup of a couple.
Number 8, Oscar
Tenario on the carry, gets across the 15 to the 16. Gain of 2.
3rd and 5 with 4.5 on the clock.
And what a big play for the Rigetti Warriors defense right now. They need a stop on this 3rd and 5. And the Braves desperately need a conversion.
That was another stop by Matt Sims.
Rigetti glad they brought him along tonight.
Yeah, he's been busy.
4 receivers for the Braves, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ross from the shotgun pulls it down, and he gets pulled down in the backfield for a loss of about 3.
Maybe a couple.
And that is the ideal scenario for Rigetti.
The only thing that Rigetti didn't like about that one is the clock keeps running.
3:45 and counting. 4th down and about 7, and the Braves will have to punt this one away. And Rigetti hoping for another one of those substandard punts for some field position. They're only deep at about midfield, so they're going to get the ball on the Lompoc side of the 50.
Kicker at about the goal line.
Low snap, picked up off the bounce. Short kick, heading towards the sideline, picked up at about the 43. Tackled immediately there by Christian Duarte Tenorio. But the Warriors are going to be in good shape at the Braves 45. 1st and 10 Rigetti, with 3:14 left in the 4th. Lompoc up 7, 21-14. And if you ever needed the defense to show up big, now is the time. Rigetti will send 1 receiver wide to either side. 1 man in motion. Wordson, under pressure, has to roll to his left. Coleman chasing him. Throws on the run. Got a man on behind the defense and incomplete at the 5.
Mortensen was running for his life and came real close to getting that on the target.
It was a little wide. I think the ball would have been out of bounds even if he had caught it. But Wordson is showing some real agility back there and good arm strength to throw across like that on the move. But incomplete brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Clock stop at 3:03 left. Still 2 timeouts for Rigetti. Nepa on the ground for a gain of about 3.
That's number 1, Nepa on the carry.
Met by Coleman.
In on that tackle amongst others.
The ball now at the Braves 43-yard line. 3rd down and 8. Clock running, 2:40 to go. Warriors hanging on to their timeouts. Obviously 4 down territory for Rigetti. Wordson rolling left, throws on the run again. Got a man on the far sideline, complete and out of bounds at the 30.
Complete steal for a Warrior 1st down.
Jake Steele again on the catch. He's been the go-to receiver for Wordson. And his 1st down Warriors.
With 2:26.
At the 32-yard line, clock stopped as the ball went out of bounds. They start at the snap. 4 receivers set. Nepa breaks the tackle, still on his feet on the far side. He's going to have another 1st down or close to it around the 20. He stayed in bounds, however.
Broke a couple tackles.
Clock running.
And looks like they're going to mark him just short.
2nd down and about a yard. Clock still running. 2 minutes to go. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nepa on the carry.
Ooh, that was
Broke a
close.
tackle, got tackled by the ankles. Did he get it across the yes? Yes, he did. 1st down.
That is Nepa on the carry for a 1st down.
1:55.
Clock running, 150. 1st down at the 22. Warriors still hanging on to their timeouts. 4 receivers. 1 to the top, 3 here to the near side. Wordson rolling right, stops, plants, throws to the end zone. This one will be knocked away and incomplete.
The pass from Wordson was broken up by number 5, Brian Morgan, making his 2nd and 10 for the Warriors from the 22-yard line.
Ryan Morgan knocking that one away at the last second, incomplete in the end zone. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 22. Clock stop now with 1:30 to go. Lompoc leads 21-14. Rigetti trying to tie this thing up. Three receivers here to the near side, one up top again. Gordonson from the shotgun, all kinds of time, plants, throws to the left, got a man open. Touchdown, Warriors! Ooh.
That's number 9, Jake.
And guess who it is? Again, Jake Steele's number 9 brings it in from 22 yards out, and it's 21-20, folks. With 1:22 left, and they did it without using their timeout.
The question is, are they going to go for 2 or are they going for the tie?
That is the big question.
Looks like they're going to go for the tie here. But we've seen a trick play already. And I think Lompoc's going to call timeout as Andrew Jones heads out on the field.
Yes, indeed, timeout Braves.
Still a lot of time left in this game.
Hang on. Timeout Warriors.
Okay.
So one timeout remaining for both teams. 1:22 left on the clock, and a 1-point ball game. It's 21-20. Lompoc leads. And the big decision here is Rigetti go for 1 to tie it up, or do they roll the dice and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion?
And you go back to that snap on the attempted field goal. And it was just a little wobbly, and he missed it by about a yard left and a yard short.
Well, the decision is about to be made. The answer is forthcoming, and they are going to go for 1. At least they're going to line up to go for 1.
15 holding. That's Chase Reynoso, one of the captains.
Good snap. Kick is away. This one looks perfect. And it is. We've got a tie ball game, folks.
The extra point is good.
1:22 left in regulation, and it's tied up. Lompoc 21, Rigetti 21. Holy cow. Wasn't Lompoc just up 21-0 a few minutes ago?
They were.
Not anymore. What a terrific comeback by the Warriors. 21-21 with 1:22 left on the fourth quarter clock. So now, see what the Braves can do. We know that we got a guy named Aldo that can kick the ball a long way. If the Braves can get a decent return here, if they get something returnable, get down to around the 30, Aldo can punch it in.
Yeah, and they're going to kick it over in the corner again and
field it up to 13, cutting it back to the middle of the field.
Got out to about the 27.
That's Bill Dickerson on the return. Bringing the ball back
Dickerson on the return to the 27-yard line. That's where the Braves will take over. That return took 1 second. A friendly clock. Okay, 1:21.
Donut deficiency, Greg. 3 wide right for the Braves, 1 left, and that looks like Ryan Morgan over on the left side by himself.
And everybody on the Rigetti bleachers on the far guest visitors bleachers are on their feet.
And we've got a zebra huddle for some reason.
Maybe we're going to get through the game without one of those. Apparently not.
Didn't see a flag. And then we've got Bobby Kennedy coming over to talk to Andrew Jones. They're still showing Rigetti with the ball on the clock.
And now we're talking to the other coach on the far sideline. And they're going to adjust the clock.
Okay, they're going to change it to 1:16.
Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. Oh, that was an awful long second. They do keep official time on the field.
So we've got 76 seconds for somebody to do something. We might possibly be headed for overtime, Rick.
Ooh, that would be fun. I'd rather win right now. The pass is tipped and intercepted.
In return,
Kadasi Nepa has got it in the end zone for a Warriors touchdown.
That's Nepa on the interception turn.
Oh my gosh. A little swing pass out to the right was through the hands and dropped right into the breadbasket of Kadasi Nepa, who walked it into the end zone for the Rigetti Warriors touchdown. Oh my gosh. It is now 27-21, Rigetti leading with a point after coming up. Have you ever seen something like this?
Unfortunately, I have, Greg.
And it seems like we just did this a second ago, literally a second ago, but here's the point after. It is up. It is good. So you can believe it, folks, it is now Rigetti 28, Lompoc 21. The Warriors have come back from a 21-point deficit to score 28 unanswered of their own to take a 7-point lead with 1:06 left in the game.
And they were the Central Section D2 runners-up last year, so they never gave up, and there's definitely been
This is an incredible turn of events here at Houck Stadium. The Braves find themselves trailing for the first time tonight, for the first time this season, and they've only got 66 seconds to see what they can do about it. So you would expect the Warriors to try and not give them anything to return. The field goal now does the Braves no good. That's out of the equation. Wow. There is some shock up here in the press box.
Yeah, there's some shock in the stadium.
Well, I'm one of them.
There's some shock on the Lompoc sideline.
They'll kick this one away, end over end, fielded at about the 10-yard line on the far side of the field. Dickerson.
He's got
the seam. Got to beat the kicker. And he's on his way. Racing down the far sideline. Cuts it back in. And finally gets tackled at the 15-yard line. And a flag comes out late. What a terrific return all the way down to the 15-yard line, but there's a penalty flag on the near sideline, and this is going to probably be a sideline runner.
To the 15-yard line, there is a flag on the play.
What a time for a great return. And that one was about 40, 50, 60, 75 yards. And the Braves aren't out of this yet.
Unsportsmanlike? Oh my gosh. The flag is signaled as an
unsportsmanlike conduct against the Braves. Oh my gosh. Mike, is that going to be from the end of the play or the spot of the foul?
It would be from the end of the play.
Okay.
Ball was initially marked on the 28.
The ball is at the 15 at the moment. They're going to pick it up. And what a killer penalty that is. That moves the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. They're going to reset the clock to 1:05. but still a tremendous return. The Braves have got 65 seconds to go 30 yards and try and send this one to OT.
If they do get in the end zone, do you think they go for one or two?
There's the question. The Braves might have a chance to win this thing.
Everything gets sorted out. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Braves.
Okay, here we go. 1:05 left. 28-21. Warriors.
3 wide left.
1st and 10 Braves from the Rigetti 30. Ross from the shotgun.
Rigetti showing blitz and back out of it.
High snap. He'll pull it down. Has to tuck it away and fall forward for about a yard. The Braves have 1 timeout remaining. Clock running with 55 seconds, and they'll call a timeout. That will stop the clock with 55.7 seconds.
And Rigetti showed blitz and backed out of it and doubled up on the outside receivers. So Lompoc takes its 3rd and final timeout, I believe. 55.7 seconds.
And it's come down to this. 2nd and 9 from the Rigetti 29. 55.7 ticks left on the 4th quarter clock. Lompoc trailing by 7, 28-21.
And I tell you one thing, if Lompoc punches this in, this place is going to come unglued.
Yeah. They're going to have to start the renovation early because this place is going to fall apart.
3 Braves, wide left, 1 wide right. Coleman in the backfield along with Ross.
Ross in the shotgun, takes the snap, sets, throws across the middle, complete at the 15, tackled immediately. Morgan on the catch. It's 1st down Braves from the 15 and can't stop the clock. 45 seconds and counting. Quick throw to the near side, complete for a loss. And clock still running to 40 seconds. Back to the 17 of the play. And they'll clock it to stop the clock. Clock stopped with 31.5 seconds to go. After the completed pass for a loss of 1, it'll be 3rd down and 11 from the 17-yard line. And it's crunch time now. Here come the Braves. Lined up at 3rd and 11. They've got 1 receiver here to the near side, 2 wide right, 1 in the slot. Kevin Ross under center. Quick screen pass to the far side, complete. Setting up a double pass, got a man open in the end zone, and broken up. Broken up in the end zone, incomplete. And some people screaming for pass interference, and there is no flag. That was a designed double pass, quick screen out to the far side. And the man was open in the end zone, couldn't quite get the ball to him soon enough. The defense had just enough time to get there and recover and make the lock it down.
So 4th and 11 from the 16.
Again, the Braves have no timeouts, 23.8 seconds to go. Rigetti needs 1 more stop to come out of here with a victory. The Braves need 1 big play. 2 receivers to either side.
From a freshman quarterback.
Ross lobs it in. It's picked off at the 2. Running down the near sideline. All he needs to do is fall down. He'll finally get tackled at the 36-yard line, and that's going to do it.
That was number 4. Gavin Gayfield picked it off at the 2.
He's brought down at the 35-yard line.
Kevin Ross tried to lob that one in over the defense and didn't get enough on it. And all of a sudden, with 13.9 seconds to go, Rigetti's got the ball, and they are a kneel down away from a victory. Ryan Morgan just named Sunset Auto Center Player of the Game. I can't argue with that a bit.
Yeah.
But in spite of that great effort by Morgan, the Braves are going to come up short, Mike.
Yeah.
13.9 to go, and the Warriors in victory formation. There it is, the final kneel down in the last 10 seconds of this one will kick off the clock. And we have to say something we don't have to say very often. The Braves
were 1-1.
1-1 and just lost a game.
Buzzer sees your Braves falling in a close one to the visiting Warriors.
Zeros across the time. This one's over, and the Braves come up short. The final score, Rigetti 28, Lompoc 21, and there are some stunned Braves fans here.
Well,
Friday night, face Bishop Diego right here at Houck Stadium.
The Braves had some chances, and unlike last week, they couldn't get the defensive stops, and the punting game has been questionable.
Yep. But when we started the fourth quarter, it was 20-0 Braves.
Yeah.
And 12 minutes later, it's 28-21 Rigetti, and the Braves suffered their first loss of the year.
Yeah, and it was a team loss. There wasn't anybody on the Braves squad who couldn't have done better.
They did wow. It's pretty shocking right now up here in the booth.
Yeah.
And we are not accustomed to this.
The big news was they really couldn't get anybody with the big play in the fourth.
1 unanswered points. Braves had a chance.
Yes.
They're definitely going to have some discussions led by Andrew Jones about keeping their cool, about keeping. And
a couple of key interceptions over there. That one,
key interceptions, and some really boneheaded penalties in a couple situations. After having
unsportsmanlike after that beautiful return there at the end, cost them cost them 15 yards that were really important.
And right at the end, after the touchdown, that when we had offsetting, and that could have moved them back, and that was when they went for two. And they gave Rigetti way too many opportunities, and like I said, there wasn't a single player that couldn't have done something better.
In spite of all that, all credit to the Rigetti Warriors.
Oh yeah,
they took advantage of every opportunity. They cashed in when they needed to. They stayed with it. They were down 21-0 with 12 minutes to play, and they came back and they won this game. So
yeah.
All credit.
They fought and clawed, and this was a tremendous performance. This is going to become legend on the Rigetti campus.
You betcha it is.
Justifiably.
It might already be.
It's going to be. There's going to be some interesting reverberations around the Central Coast on this one.
We are understandably stunned here in the press box, but don't forget, we're going to try and recover enough to come back and do this again next week. We will be back when the Bishop Diego Cardinals come to visit the Lompoc Braves next Friday, the 6th of September. Pregame starts at 6:45 with our coaches interview, and the kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. So we hope you can join us at 100.9 FM and at KPEGradio.com for that one next Friday.
One thing I don't think can be underestimated is the last time the Rigetti Warriors visited Houck, they left on the losing side of 42-0. Whooping.
Yeah.
And that did not set well, and they've been talking about it for 2 years.
I bet this one feels a little better.
And so Lompoc wasn't really fired up for this one.
Well,
but Lompoc had to deal with a bunch of stuff, and they didn't deal with it terribly well.
Well, they come up on the short end of this one, 28-21, and the Braves now fall 1-1 going into next week's Game 3.
I kind of feel a little bit sorry for Bishop Diego.
Yeah, there could be some wrath going on there. All right, we're going to wrap things up here from House Stadium in a stunner. Rigetti on top, 28-21 for Bill Smith back at the studio. For Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for listening tonight at 100.9 FM and at kpegradio.com. Join us next week for Bishop Diego versus Lompoc. Until then, well, final score once again, the Lompoc Braves fall to the Rigetti Warriors 28-21. Now we'll send you back to the greatest rock and roll at the planet on 100.9 KPEG. Good night, everybody.